What is up, everybody? RandomRandomMan here. Long time no movie review, but I am back to review the 2016 version of The Jungle Book. Now, the plot is, of course, based on the collective works by Rudyard Kipling and is also based on the 1967 Disney animated classic, as it follows Mowgli, played by Neil Sethi, a young boy who was raised by a pack of wolves in the Indian jungle and is considered the man cub of the group, and seems to be living happily in this environment. This all soon changes as a Bengal tiger named Shere Khan, voiced by Idris Elba, is out for Mowgli's life because in the jungle, man is forbidden. Our central protagonist deserves a lot of credit in this movie, as Neil Sethi's performance is truly impressive. Not only does he provide the necessary emotion and attitude that is needed for this character to be portrayed as very adventurous and stubborn, but it's all the more just wondrous to see how Sethi was able to pull off this performance, as he had to mostly act by himself and in front of green screens everywhere, in front of just crew members. That is quite impressive for an actor of his age to be able to do, as it also adds on to the impeccable chemistry he shares with all of the voice actors, providing their vocals for the respective animals in this movie. We have Giancarlo Esposito as the alpha wolf Aquila, Lupita Nyong'o as the mother wolf Raksha. Both of these wolf characters are fittingly protective and convincing as the watchers of Mowgli. We also have Ben Kingsley as another protector of Mowgli, the panther Bagheera. He is superb. Scarlett Johansson provides a very seductive and alluring performance as the snake character of Kaa. Christopher Walken fits the bill as the giant orangutan known as King Louie, as he has to be very goofy, offbeat. But the two performances that really stand out in this film and steal the show are from Bill Murray and Idris Elba. Bill Murray plays the bear Baloo, and talk about one of the best casting choices of all time, at least in terms of voice acting, because he is funny, he is charming, and all the more likable for being this character because of how Baloo is supposed to be this very fun-loving kind of animal. That is just perfect all around, coming from a stellar actor such as Bill Murray. But what is not funny is the performance of Shere Khan from Idris Elba. The way he portrays this very ferocious and menacing tiger really lives up to what this character is known for. One of the skepticisms I had going into this movie was whether or not this film felt like a necessary remake of the 1967 Disney animated classic, and if the CGI was going to be a distraction throughout the film. Luckily, both of those worries were put at ease, as story-wise, this really felt like a new twist on the original film. As I am not familiar with Rudyard Kipling's original works, as I've never read them, but I do fondly remember the original movie from 1967, as that definitely told a very fun story involving these characters. But with this new version, I really liked a lot of the welcome surprises involved with the structure, and this story is very heartfelt at its core. But with that CGI, this movie truly looks gorgeous. All around, this is a technical masterpiece in my opinion. What the team that was behind all of the effects was able to accomplish really made the world building in this film so believable. I loved how convincing every animal in this movie was, whether big or small, but also with how the jungle really looked with the foliage and just the water animations, just everything all around. The cinematography made this movie look even more beautiful. The editing was well done. The score for this film, while very nice in its use and execution, but I'm also really happy to hear, as a fan of the original film, to know that two of the famous songs from that film are present and used in this version. I just love the pacing too. It didn't feel too long nor too short as it ran briskly at about an hour and 45 minutes. My few problems I do have with this movie are really minor upon retrospect. One thing I will complain about technically, when Shere Khan was talking at one point, the dialogue really was mixed in with the sound a bit awkwardly, and I think the showdown that happened towards the end of the movie ran a bit too long for my liking. If those are the only complaints I have with this movie, then what it does, it makes for an excellent experience. Jon Favreau directed this movie with all that he really had. I'll also say this right now, I do still really enjoy the original 1967 classic, but I think I prefer this new version a lot more, as it all just felt so memorable. This is definitely one of my favorite movies of 2016 thus far, and Andy Serkis certainly has big shoes to fill next year, as he has his version of the story being told very soon, and I don't know how this version could possibly be topped, but we'll wait and see for sure. I love this movie. I highly recommend it. My final verdict for The Jungle Book is 4.5 out of 5 stars. Thank you all, as always, for watching. Be sure to like this video, comment on what you thought of The Jungle Book, subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll catch you on the next movie review.